Hey guys, Ultra Maximus here, and I'm back with another 3D Blu-ray review. This time it's a 2D to 3D rendering review. I haven't done one of those in a while, so I figured I'd go ahead and do one of those, and it's on The Dark Crystal. Classic Jim Henson film. If you've not seen this movie, it's wonderful. It's a puppet movie, obviously. Jim Henson, I believe it was 1983 that was put out. 1982, yeah, 1982. Came out. It's basically, it's a story of this crystal in a magical type land, a fairy type land, and the crystal shatters. And when it does, these beings that worshipped it or guarded it or something, they split off into two different species, the Skeksis and the Mystics. And there's a prophecy that this creature called a Gelfling, which is one of the main characters, will come and kill the Skeksis, the bad ones. And so they go off to kill all the Gelflings. Skeksis kill off the Gelflings, and there are only two that survive. One is a little boy named Jin, and a little girl named Kiara, and she's raised by a group of characters called the Podlings, which is kind of like a cross between the Dozers from the Fraggle Rock show and Ewoks. So if like Ewoks and Dozers had kids, they'd be Podlings. Basically the best way I could describe them. And then the boy was raised by the Mystics, and he goes on the adventure to take the shard and to heal the Dark Crystal, and the two come together. If you've never seen it, you have to pick it up. You have to watch it. It is a great film. Some of you younger kids may not have seen it, but if you're my age, you definitely have seen it more than once. And what I really like about this movie, this is kind of reminds me, it's one of those films that this is what a movie is supposed to look like. You know, films like this and Close Encounters of the Third Kind, films like the original Star Wars trilogy, Indiana Jones, Back to the Future. Those are what films look like, and this is definitely one of them. Jim Henson did a fantastic job. So this is what it looks like on the back. Nothing real big and spectacular. It's the inside's kind of cool because, well, we've got our Blu-ray disc here, but on the back side we can see there's artwork in there, which is very nice. We don't get that a lot nowadays. Most of the time they just put that cheap. In fact, they even start taking plastic out of the cases to save money, and I guess less plastic is less damage on the world and all that kind of good jazz, but whatever. And then you get a Sony insert, Sony make-believe type stuff. So, and I picked this up on Blu-ray. I picked 3 of these films up at one time, a Jim Henson collection. I picked this one up, I picked Labyrinth up, and a movie called Mirror Mask, which I've already done a review on. But this one, I was sitting there watching it, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to render this into 3D. And it actually renders very, very well. So, and the reason it does so is this. There's so much that goes on the screen. The landscapes, I mean, everything is just filled to the brim with set pieces and puppets and props and all kinds of, and it's very layered in this. Okay, Jim Henson is very, very known for that. And that, in turn, becomes a very good rendering for 3D televisions. Because the 3D TV, you don't get too much that comes actually off of the screen. Most of your rendering is going to be background type stuff. And this film does that wonderfully. There's at least 3 or 4 layers deep of things, and things that are close together look really good as far as setting them apart in 3D when you render it into 3D. This film does that easily. And the other thing that's really nice is you do get things that pop off the screen on this, like the Skeksis. They're these weird bird creatures with these feathers and stick things that point out, and when they turn around, those little pieces will come off of the screen, which looks very, very nice. The scenes where Jin, the boy, is going to see Mogra, outstanding. I mean, just the depth of the environment and the cliffs and things that are moving and all these little puppets and all this stuff as he's going through the forest and all this weird stuff's moving around looks great when it's rendered from 2D to 3D. So if you've got a television that can render 2D Blu-ray or high definition into 3D, this is definitely a film to pick up and watch in 3D conversion. Very nice. I'd actually like to see them do a full conversion on this film. It was so well done, rendered into 3D off the Blu-ray. I want a 3D, and I'd like to see it to theater released in 3D. I think that would be fantastic. So definitely one to pick up. Very cool stuff. Renders wonderfully in 3D, and it's a great story. It'll bring you back to your childhood. If you've never seen it, you're gonna love it. So thanks for watching, guys. Remember, I've got a contest going on where I'm giving away free stuff. Check out my channel. It's the featured video. All you have to do is subscribe, watch the video. It's got the rules, and everything's free. I'll ship it anywhere in the world free. So check it out. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend, and everybody be safe.